Brave Nation. This next fight is 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing your first competitor. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 9 wins and 1 loss. He stands 177 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.68 kilograms. Representing Secutor MMA and fighting out of Belgrade, Serbia. Please welcome Borislav Nikolić. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 6 wins and 1 loss. He stands 175 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.46 kilograms. Representing KHK Team Bahrain and fighting out of the magnificent Kingdom of Bahrain, please welcome Gamzat Magomedov. Your referee is Jan Forbonik.
Touch of the glove. No touch of the gloves. The first takedown attempt will be telling. But Gamzat showing that he also has hands. That last fight, that eerie KO over Makayev was fantastic. Lands a beautiful counter strike there. Catches Borislav coming in.
Beautiful head movement from Gamzat. Head never ever stops moving.
There's that sequential strike into wrestling. Big flare double.
It gets real bad from here, Phil.
Borislav is a master of the submission game, but jiu-jitsu versus Dagestani wrestling. Borislav needs to be careful. Could leave himself susceptible to a Von Flue choke if he continues to hold on to that neck.
Excellent job. Teza manages to get to close guard. Open it up now. Probably wants to get a foot in on that hip, create a little distance, try and stand. This is not a place he wants to hang out for a long time.
Gamzat happy to sit inside the guard of his opponent and do damage. Old school Tito Ortiz style, grabbing the back of the head. Just twisting the hips to get as much torque as he can into those shots. Doing a great job of any time Borislav tries to make improvements in his position, he elevates the legs over the headline.
Looking potentially for an armbar. It's getting close.
Great job.
The legs are down.
Great job to square the hips off there by Magomedov.
There's the squeeze.
The beginning of a head-on triangle here. If he can scoot to the other side, if he can get out of the guard and scoot himself to the right side. Really is a hallmark of KHK Team Bahrain, isn't it? Just this suffocating style, this dominance we see so often from the KHK team.
It's a reflection of the style of their leader and how hard they train. And, of course, of the great national heritage from Dagestan. Very slick little side-to-side head movement from Nikolić.
Gamzat doing a great job of keeping himself compact, but Borislav trying to work for the armbar again.
For a potential, it could have been a sweep. Armbar, triangle.
Had the guard very high there to try and make something happen. Let it slip down a little. You're watching a chess match unfold in front of us here at Brave CF61 in collaboration with NFC, live from Bonn, Germany. jump on social media using the hashtag BraveCF61, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Join Brave Nation. Give us your thoughts on the fight and your thoughts on tonight's main event when Marcel Grabinski takes on Lutterbach for a second time.
Nikolić ate a couple of elbows from bottom, trying his level best to land a couple.
You have to give Borislav credit because he's doing a good job of keeping Gamzat close to him so that he can't get the space to fire off the shots, those short elbows. Yes, Nikolić may be the man on the bottom and may be losing the round, but he hasn't absorbed a lot of damage.
He has not, and he's very, very purposeful in his actions. He's not being reactive. He's not losing his mind when he eats a shot. He's got a game plan, and he's trying to make it so.
He's constantly trying to create angles for himself. You have to give him credit.
A little bit of a warning for a heel from bottom. Absolutely unintentional.
I don't even know if it landed.
Little instruction, just when your opponent's on his knees, you can't throw an up kick.
3, 2, 1, go.
Safety first here at Brave CF. Very dominant round for Gamzat Magomedov. Dominant, if not eventful. Badger bite attempt there. I don't often see that in mixed martial arts. The badger bite from Nikolić.
10 seconds.
Gamzat finishing with some strong ground and pound. Just to put a little bit of a... Could go for a huge takedown here with a couple seconds left.
Borislav Nikolić.
Collaboration with our partners NFC. A stiff jab to open up from Nikolić.
There's a long jab. We're going to see some circling now.
He has to be wary of overcommitting to his strikes because if he were to do that, and we've seen it happen before, Gamzat just changes levels, but he got caught with a shot there. Oh, that jab is sumptuous.
There we go. This is a game plan. Can't get greedy. Can't move straight forward the whole time.
Nope.
Or he's going to land on his backside. This is not a man to stalk.
And the jab is finding the home.
Nice check hook.
And on the takedown is Gamzat. Finishes it. Has to be wary of being caught in the guillotine here. Cannot let Borislav get that leg in across and get that guillotine guard. 4 minutes left in the round. This is not where Borislav Nikolić wants to be at all.
Brave Nation, the single most important discipline in mixed martial arts is, as we've referenced before, wrestling.
Von Flue attempt.
Von Flue attempt. Not quite there yet.
Doesn't quite have the shoulder driving into the carotid artery yet. Would need to turn a little bit more on his side.
Hands are not connected.
Abandons it.
And of all the forms of wrestling, the highest form of wrestling right now in the world, and the world will eventually catch up, is Dagestani wrestling.
He's attempting the Von Flue now. Again, abandons it. Perhaps doing it just to give Borislav something to think about. Good job to get the re-guard. Still needs to do something definitive. Gamzat happy to sit in this position. He's winning the fight from this position. How badly does Borislav Nikolić want to get back to the feet and start popping that jab off again? As you say, perhaps got a little bit overzealous, Keurig, with the forward momentum as opposed to implementing that lateral side-to-side movement.
Just a little bit, but Nikolić is more likely to get a submission or a knockout out of nowhere. He can lose every second of every minute of every round and turn things around on a dime. The grinder, the mighty, mighty grinder, Gamzat Magomedov, a little bit less likely to get a knockout out of nowhere, a submission out of nowhere. Nikolić biding his time a little bit, staying relatively safe, looking for a cut there with the elbow. Submission always very, very close.
Gamzat Magomedov is an absolute cardio machine. Back in 2017 when he won the IMAF world title at bantamweight, he fought 5 men in 5 days in 5 different fights. Incredible. This is bread and butter to him. A fight every couple of months.
5 fights, 5 days. Took a day off to fly. Bam, right back in training the day after.
Head coach Eldar Eldarov would not have it any other way. And he really has instilled an incredible ethos into the KHK team fighters. That relentless doggedness, not allowing your opponent any time to settle, keeping the pressure on.
That doggedness is not possible without a huge degree of skill. If you simply attack all the time and you don't have a huge amount of skill, you're actually doing the opposite of fighting. You're moving right into attacks that are being set up against you. So when you see these fighters continually attack and attack and attack, it's not just an aggressive attitude, it's also a reflection of tremendous skill.
Trying to work for the armbar here is Nikolić. Can't quite say potential for a trip, but great posture. Trying to work the triangle, but great posture from Gamzat and then into the pass. Now landing big shots. He take the back here.
Question for Gamzat, is he gonna take top turtle? Does he want the back?
Has a little bit more time with the back take here than he did at the end of the first round. Big takedown would really seal the round for him in emphatic fashion. Not that he needs it.
Gamzat trying to strike. Trying to position for one last takedown. And he got it! That was Air Bahrain. Borislav Nikolić can lose every second, every minute, every round, and can win this fight out of nowhere. Gamzat Magomedov is ahead, 20-19, but he cannot relax for a split second because that's all Teza needs to turn this around.
Does Borislav Nikolić have enough left in the tank? Definitely give him that constant lateral movement begin.
Borislav needs just a little more distance than he's giving himself.
He is finding a home for the jab, to be fair. Like so many wrestlers before him, Gamzat Magomedov does have power in those hands. Another stiff jab from Nikolić.
That's 4.
Has to get his back away from that cage.
Trying to draw his opponent into punching. He's trying to hit his opponent as he moves in. If you can catch your opponent as they move in, it doubles, even triples, but that's the problem.
Has to be wary of a choke here as well.
When Gamzat Magomedov moves in, it's to move in for a takedown.
But it shows just how good he is. That all of his opponents know what he's going to do. They know he's going to shoot for the takedown, and they cannot stop it. I think he's been successful with every takedown attempt so far in this fight.
He's an absolutely phenomenal fighter, Phil. Back in the day, Muhammad Ali, you knew what he was going to do. He was going to get in those toes, move around, jab. He would even tell you the round he was going to beat you in, and he would still do it. Gamzat Magomedov is cut from the same cloth. He's going to move forward. You might catch him with a few shots, but all that's going to happen, he's not going to get knocked out. All that's going to happen is he's getting reads, he's learning your timing, chooses his moment when you try and move in on him, and boop, you're on your back.
Potential for another big takedown here. Gamzat Magomedov is just relentless.
Magomedov's head positioning is excellent. He's shutting down any attempt at a back elbow from there.
Borislav Nikolić trying to break the grip, but Gamzat Magomedov's doggedness is unquantifiable, like a little pit bull. Borislav Nikolić must be thinking to himself, what more can I do? How do I get this man off me? Can't break that grip at all. Switching to the double is Gamzat. Could see a big takedown coming here, Carrick. Marches him into the center of the cage. Thought he might have spiked his head a little bit there on the takedown, but looks good.
As long as the fighter is across side, that head is safe. If the fighter's on the same side as his head, you can receive an injury from it. But as long as there's a body underneath you, you can tap your head a little bit. It's not likely to cause anything more than a little thump noise. Gamzat moving to north-south. He's going to strike a little bit, may look to take an arm.
Borislav is keen on this neck at the minute. May try and roll with this if he has enough.
I believe that's what he's trying to set up. He's going to wait for the bodies to go from 90 degrees to 180 and roll, but Gamzat Magomedov, too smart.
Incredible MMA IQ from Gamzat here.
Oh, choke sweep. Potential for a back take, got a front head, and they're back up to standing.
I'd like to see the uppercut from Borislav Nikolić. He has it primed ready there. Less than a minute left. Can Borislav Nikolić steal a victory from the jaws of defeat? But Gamzat doing exactly what he has to do, exhibiting that MMA IQ. Takes the fight where he knows he is the most dangerous. Where he knows he holds all the cards. Potential for another big takedown here.
Brave Nation, this is the problem. When Gamzat Magomedov has a grip on you, everything that happens is bad. When he's on top of you, punches come down, there's always a threat of a guard pass. When he's standing.
Oh, beautiful spin out from Gamzat. 10 seconds left.
Huge props to Nikolić. Look for a submission, look for a second one. Got taken down, and
here we're going to see some of that action. Gamzat Magomedov taking deep breaths. A little bit of afters for both men here. Not quite sure what this is about. No need for that.
Officials quickly separate the two.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I announce the decision, I'd like to thank His Excellency, Ambassador Abdulatif Abdullah, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Bahrain in Germany. Thank you for your support, Your Excellency. All right, after 3 rounds, we go the judges' scorecards. Your first judge scores about 29-28. And your next 2 judges scored about 30-27 for a unanimous decision victory. Out of the red corner from KHK Team Bahrain, Gamzat Magomedov.